Hey guys, Coach Tammy Ward from Embrace Life Boldly. Welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here again. Whether you're watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast, I wanted to chat with you some thoughts I have about 2020 and 2021. So as 2020 came to an end and the new year sprung upon us, I was so curious of what people wanted to do in 2021. So I did a little research. And I saw that over 85% of people in the U.S. search for things to know. They want to know what's next, want to know how to handle life, want to know how to conquer fears or how to be brave in tough situations. They want to know how to meditate or even how to lose weight and make money fast. And this got me thinking of an idea of what if we already know and we choose not to listen? You know, oh my gosh, throughout my life, I learned a long time ago that most of the time the voice in my head kept asking those same questions. How do I? Until one day I realized that I'm not the voice in my head. I am the one who hears it. I mean, think about that. I began to say to myself, I already know. I just have to find the game plan to play it out. Well, that goes for you guys too. As one of those people who believed everything I thought, I began to create a habit of blaming. I blamed everything and everyone for all the wrongdoing in my life. Like, for example, say if someone pulled out in front of me. First, I would blame it on the fact that I don't meditate enough, because therefore that led me not to be able to focus to foresee someone pulling out in front of me. Then I would blame the person who pulled out in front of me for messing up my whole day. Like, who do they think they are? I heard my thoughts and I believed them. And then, MG, what a roller coaster of unbelievable negative thoughts that just eroded my mind, my belief in self. What I'm trying to say is the voice we often hear is not our true self. And therefore, we might research the how-tos to gain insight into ourselves, who the voice truly is. The voice that comes from past experience or future fears is what prevents us from being certain about ourselves and where we are in life. I mean, what would it look like if you searched the how-tos knowing that is exactly what you want? Instead of just researching things, you research ideas that serve you. Not how someone else did it, but how a million of others did it. And you take what fits your way of doing things and incorporate that into your plan. That's the how-tos. That's where it comes from, of knowing that it's possible, not plausible. You know, look, I remember when I was in the military, I would always tell my sailors, to become a great leader, you must learn from both the good and the bad. So you can see what kind of leader you want to be. And by using this method, it allowed the knowing that sometimes it takes bravery to do what is right, even though it is not the most popular thing to do. To understand that there is a perspective way to have others work with you, not for you. Because if you want to know how to put on a brave face to grow in life, teach yourself how to be brave. Ask yourself what it means for you to be brave, what it looks like to have bravery, what the word brave means for you, and how you can incorporate that into small steps into accomplishing your goals. I mean, your way of thinking. The way you're listening to yourself, the way it feels for you. Because one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is to teach yourself how to ask yourself, do you truly want something? Do this before you talk yourself out of it, for God's sakes, please. Ask before whether or not you deserve it, or even can even do it. When you know you want something, you are in the know. You say, look, I know I want to live my best life. So then you ask yourself every day what I can do to live my best life. Once this becomes a habit, nothing or no one will be able to stop you from doing it. For example, if you teach yourself how to lose weight your way, not anyone else's, not what social media says, but the way that fits your lifestyle, your way of living, your way of enjoying body movement, your way of enjoying food, then nothing can stop you from doing it because it's your way. You've listened to yourself. And believe it or not, no matter how you view it, you have to put yourself in a place of truth to be able to find the truth for you. If you know what you want out of life, you create new habits and practice them to teach yourself not to allow excuses to stop you from achieving more. The excuses like not having enough money or not having enough time, too much responsibility to even do other things, not enough followers on my social media, so I'll just quit what I'm doing. There's no reason for it. These excuses are the voice inside your head telling you that you are limited, but you're not. When we pause and begin to stop listening to the voice in our head and choose instead to listen to our intuition and our gut, we know how we can begin to create a whole new level of life, a whole new level that you have not even dreamed of before. Your knowing goes beyond the internet. Just use the internet and intuition to make a plan, to set small steps every day. This reminds me of something I read in Matthew McConaughey's new book, Green Lights. He says, a green light is when you realize what you knew led to what you know. I mean, this concept is simple. You always know what you can do to lean forward and gain personal growth. You just got to stop hearing and begin to listen so you can take action. After all, y'all, if someone out there in the world has done it with the same limits you believe you have, then that is proof in itself that your dreams and goals are possible too. Do the work that gets you there. Prepare yourself to do the work. Prepare yourself to grow. Because me and so many others that have overcome fears and doubts are living proof that the work works. Oh my gosh. I love this topic of how to know. It speaks so much of what I've learned since my transformation. And I hope that it gives you some transformation ideas too. And if you like this episode, give it that 5-star rating. Share it with your friends and loved ones. The more people know, the more they connect. And if you would be so kind, by all means, to comment below to share with us how you have overcome obstacles in your life. And if you're hearing this or watching this and you know your intuition is telling you it's time, click the link. Go to www.coach-tammy.com. That's www.coach-tammy.com. And book a consult with me today. Let's do this. Invest in you. And for goodness sakes, it is about time to make 2021